Well, just a few minutes ago, the United States government issued an alert asking that all Americans leave Haiti, get out now. And so what did we do? We sent Dan Cohen to Haiti in the opposite direction to find out what the hell is actually happening there, because the United States has been itching and asking Canada and other countries like Kenya to put a military force inside of Haiti to help basically destabilize that region. I spoke to Dan just a short time ago in Haiti. He is there right now, and he filed this report. Well, is all hell about to break loose in Haiti with a U.S.-backed invasion, or are we about to see a period of peace breaking out, led by the Haitian people themselves? The United States certainly doesn't want a period of calm in Haiti. That would totally undermine their invasionary plans. So what's going on exactly? Redacted Correspondent Dan Cohen is back in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, and joins us now with the very latest on the situation. Of course, really the only journalist covering this story from Haiti. Dan, good to see you. What's going on there?
Hey, Clayton. Yeah, so the U.S. for the last 2 years has been calling for a Haitian-led solution to Haiti's problems, and that's been a euphemism for its kind of political maneuvering and backing of various forces that it wants to put in power. But what we're actually seeing right now, what I'm seeing on the ground here in Port-au-Prince and throughout Haiti, is a tentative, however fraught peace breaking out. Essentially, what's happening is the various armed groups, and some of which are criminal in nature, carry out kidnappings, extortion, robberies, these sorts of things, and the anti-crime armed groups that are essentially neighborhood self-defense groups. They have created a peace. And this is not an alliance. This is not to say they're on the same side, but it is a peace. They have stopped fighting, at least for the time being. Now, again, it's very fraught. There are still kidnappings going on. There are still killings going on. There was, in the neighborhood of Canaan, a few days ago, there was a group of marchers led by a pastor who went to confront a very brutal gang leader named Jeff, and he killed an unknown number of them. There's a video of these marchers going with machetes, and his men sprayed them with guns and killed at least several of them. The police don't even know how many were killed. So the situation is still very violent in many ways. However, there is not direct fighting between the armed groups of different neighborhoods. Now that actually allowed us to access this area, the south. Now the choke point for the south of Haiti is back right along here. If you can see where I'm pointing, I don't know how well you can see, but this is the southern peninsula of Haiti. And previously that was totally inaccessible and impossible to cross that main thoroughfare. It is under the control of a gang leader named Tila Pli and a gang leader named Izo, who control these neighborhoods, and those are two of the biggest kidnappers in the country. Because of this peace between Izo and Tila Pli on one side and a leader named Crisla on the other. Crisla is part of the G9 anti-crime coalition, and they have been fighting for years. There's now this peace. People can actually go through there, and we were able to go through yesterday, accompanied by some of Crisla's men to give us an added layer of security. But previously, that was completely unthinkable. So the ability to move around, to travel, not only for us, but of course for Haitians, is totally different than it's been in quite a long time. That gave us access to the south of the country, where we met with a prominent, well-known police commissar who's taken a hardline approach to the gangs. His approach is just kill them, total hard fist. He's well known for actually executing them live on camera in the street. So that's the position he's come to. And so we sat down with him. You'll see that in that interview in an upcoming report on Redacted. But again, the situation very fraught, very complex, but it's the very beginnings of possible peace. This Haitian-led solution the U.S. has been calling for. There's also the Kenyan mission, a Kenyan mission of 1,000 police has been pledged. The Kenyan government has pledged that it will send 1,000 of its police officers to take part in a UN-sanctioned mission to combat gangs here in Haiti. And they were here last week. Basically, the Kenyan diplomatic force and police officials were shepherded around Port-au-Prince by U.S. State Department personnel and protected by U.S. military personnel. And they met with Haitian National Police. They met with the de facto government of Ariel Henry, the unelected U.S. anointed leader who has called for this intervention in the first place. And there are conflicting reports about what the Kenyans have said following that reconnaissance mission. One report, the Miami Herald, says that they actually decided they don't want to carry out offensive operations to confront these gangs. None of which they don't differentiate between the anti-crime popular militias or neighborhood self-defense groups and the criminal groups. They don't differentiate at all. So they're all gangs in the eyes of the government and the international community. And so the Kenyans, on one hand, in the Miami Herald say, we don't want to do that, according to their reporting. There's another paper here in Haiti, Les Nouvelles, who has said that the Kenyans are willing to carry out operations. Now, if you look at what the proposal that's been floated is, it's very open-ended. It's combat gangs, this kind of thing. There's no actual exit strategy. There are no benchmarks of what they want to accomplish, of what they'll ostensibly accomplish. So it's a very open-ended and vague question, let alone if, say you have 1,000 Kenyan police officers who firstly don't speak the language. This is a former British colony, so they speak English in addition to Swahili. So they don't speak the same language. They don't have any. They're not francophone. They don't speak French. Of course, they don't speak Creole, the local language. They don't know the terrain. So if half of those Kenyan forces are dedicated to securing sites, you have about a 1-to-1, maybe 2-to-1 combat ratio, sending in 2 Kenyan police into some urban warfare terrain where they frankly don't stand a chance against even the unprofessional young men who have taken up arms for various reasons. So if this Kenyan mission, or however it forms, is carried out, it would be a total bloodbath, not only for the Kenyans, but more so for the Haitians and especially the civilians who populate these neighborhoods. So that proposal is even more fraught than the peace that's breaking out here.
So I mentioned at the top, the United States really does not want a stable Haiti, peaceful Haiti. And we've talked about this at length on the show. Why would the United States want a destabilized Haiti? What is in it for the United States? And I should mention that we were able to find one spot for Dan to do this report because the signal is so bad there, and he's near an air conditioning unit. So if you hear some of that background noise and some of the street noise, this is the best that we could do under the circumstances in Haiti at the moment. So Dan, why would the United States want a destabilized Haiti? How does that benefit the U.S.?
Well, a destabilized Haiti keeps Haitians from organizing to improve their conditions and ultimately to improve their country. For example, we saw a couple of weeks ago the head of one of the big apparel industries based in the United States, a U.S. apparel industry organization, endorsed the Kenyan mission in Haiti, saying, "Oh, we need that, in order to stabilize the situation." Well, the situation that the apparel industry, for example, among others, benefit so much from is maximum exploitation. A lot of the neighborhoods around me, people work in sweatshops. There's a whole industrial zone about a mile and a half that way that the Clintons actually put together, and has been existing, for years and years before that. But the main industrial area is a project of the Clintons, and those people earn exceptionally small amounts of money, a couple of dollars per day. And if they're actually able to organize, well, then they can demand more money per day, or maybe they nationalize those industries and say, wait a minute, why are we working for a foreign corporation and where they take most of the profits when we can actually do that same labor and keep the profits, keep most of the profits and have a fair, equitable trade deal with them. But the U.S. doesn't want that. In fact, Haiti Liberté back in, I think, 2010, 2011, revealed in collaboration with WikiLeaks cables they had obtained showing how the U.S. Embassy actually intervened to make sure that wages for those sweatshop workers stayed suppressed, stayed low. So that's a big reason. I mean, another reason is, the geopolitical chessboard. If you look at where Haiti sits next to Cuba, which obviously is out of the U.S. grasp, and very close to Venezuela, which it's had historic relations with. There's an important role there too. So, I mean, the U.S. is, as with everywhere, is very much afraid of some kind of domino effect, where the more countries that get out of its grip. I mean, look what's happening in West Africa right now with all of these military coup d'états that are taking those countries out of the sort of neo-colonial grip. So Haiti is important for U.S. manufacturing base, especially with the new Cold War with China, as the global economic system bifurcates and the United States pulls, and its corporations pull their manufacturing base from China. They want to bring things closer to home where it's a safer, cheaper bet. And it's not, it falls along the geopolitical program that they want to install. So they want to always keep Haiti in the grip of the U.S.
Well, Dan is going to be filing a number of reports from Haiti on this return trip to see what is happening there on the heels of this Kenyan delegation that's been there, and what the United States and Canada are planning to do with this invasionary force, or the sort of proxy invasionary force, as a potential peace seems to be taking hold there, pissing off the United States, no doubt. Dan, thank you for this report from Port-au-Prince. We know you've got a lot of interviews that you're doing today and going to be traveling around Haiti today. So we'll let you go, and we will see you back here real soon. Thanks so much, Dan.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot, Clayton.
Thank you so much for watching this segment here at Redacted. We are live every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, trying to share the stories that the mainstream media will not cover. You should also come over and join our community of Redacted Rebels over at redacted.inc. That's our private locals community where we can share exclusive content that we simply cannot share here on YouTube. Come over and join the rebellion together right now by going to redacted.inc. We'll see you next time.